Hey guys, what's up? This is Slice of Life, and this is a summary of The Crown Princess by Princess Cruises, aka The Love Boat. So we've been on Carnival and Royal Caribbean in the past. We like those. Carnival is what got us started with cruises, what made us love cruises. But I have to say, I think The Crown Princess and Princess Cruises is the best experience I've had on a cruise. The design of the cruise is probably one of the most, it's very good design. The other ships, they were okay, but they didn't have the design of this one. This one had a straight, an old luxury look design. It wasn't a modern design. Don't like that. It was just an old look and what you expect on a cruise ship. It was very nice. It was big, and it felt newer than the other ships we've been on, because it actually is newer than the other ships we have been on. The service was really good. Not that the service on Carnival or Royal Caribbean was bad, but it was really good. And before I delve too deep into that, I want to talk about some of the items we have on the table. This is Stanley, the stowaway bear, and this is the mascot of Princess Cruises. You can see he's really neat. He's got like a little captain's outfit. He's got a hat, this tuxedo. Princess Cruises on his foot. And it has a short little story about Stanley. I can read that for you. It's the end of the Alaska season, and a curious teenage bear doesn't want to hibernate. He climbs aboard a princess ships and starts to wander. Not paying attention, he steps in fresh paint and discovers he has a princess on his paw. Then, startled by a horn, he looks up over the rail. He sees his home shrinking in the distance. Tears well up in his eyes, but a young child gives him a hug, a big warm hug, and asks the bear if they can sail around the world together. So that's a neat little story there about him. My name is Stanley. I belong to. I haven't put my name in there yet. Crew gave me this name in recognition. Oh yeah, the crew gave him the name in recognition of the founder of the Princess Cruises, Stanley B. McDonald. So that's why he's Stanley. And also, if you go on a Princess Cruise yourself and you buy a Stanley, share your travel adventures with Stanley using hashtag Stanley at Sea. So you can use that on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or whatever social media you are using. So I really like this bear. It's really cute. They have different versions of them. They had a Santa version. They had did they have a Thanksgiving version? I can't remember, but I do remember the Santa version. So this is a maraca we got from Mexico. It's really, really nice design. I really like the little design on it with the flower and the palm tree and the water. And it says Costa Maya, where we got it from. It's a very nice, like a metallic blue. And I like it a lot. This is a bag we received from Princess Cruises. You can see it has Princess Cruises on it and their slogan, "Come Back New." That's another hashtag I want you to use on social media. And we had the Mignonette here from Cozumel. Really neat. I really wanted this. I thought it was really cool. You can control them. You just have it hanging here for now, but I like it. It's really neat. He has this nice little hat. I really like him. So now we're gonna go into the cruise. So as I continue, first I want to give a nice shout out to the main offenders, which was the band on the Crown Princess. I thought we've been on, like I said, other cruises before. I thought they were the best, man. They played stuff from the 50s, to modern music. And that's a really nice variety. Some people just play the newer music, and that's no fun. But if you put a mix of that all together, it's really nice. And I thought they did a really good job. And they were actually really nice to us when we told them that we liked their show. So I appreciate that, and thank you guys for such a so many good performances on the ship. I have to say the service on this cruise ship was really nice. We had really nice service, really nice dining room service, really nice service in anything. And the teenage club I went to, which I believe was called Remix, and we were named in the beach house next year. Really nice workers there. And I can't complain about anything on this Princess Cruise. I can't complain about really anything. The thing with the food is, when you go on a cruise, don't expect, no matter what cruise you go on, do not expect set your expectations low for the food on a cruise, and you will not be disappointed, because the food on the cruises, no matter what cruise you go on, it's not going to be that good, but it's not going to be that bad either. And there was a lot of good food on this Princess Cruise. The pizza was very, very good. And we've had good pizza experiences with Carnival, and a very bad pizza experience with Royal Caribbean, and the pizza was really good. All the food in the dining room I was satisfied with on Princess Cruises. Really nice service. The buffet, it was nice. It was a big buffet. The food from now and then, sometimes it's like a mixed bunch. You'll have some good stuff, and you'll have some stuff, not too exciting or not too good. But the desserts, like always, they're very good. And I'm not going to complain, and I'm not going to compare this food to any other cruise ship, because in my opinion so far, all the food has been on an equal basis, except the pizza. The Carnival pizza is really good, the Royal Caribbean pizza is really bad, and the Princess Cruise pizza is really good too. So yeah, don't just go on a cruise, just set your expectations low for the food and you won't be disappointed. So the ship itself, you know, like I said, it's a very nice ship. I like the destination it took because we've never been to Mexico before. On our other cruises, we've been on 4 other cruises. We've always been to Nassau and or Freeport, and on Royal Caribbean we've been to their private island once. And that's really nice, but it's nice to go to Mexico, nice to see Mexico, Costa Maya and Cozumel, so that was really nice. And you know, like I said, there's really just nothing I can complain about on this cruise ship. It was very good. The one thing I liked the wake show they had in the morning with the cruise director and the assistant cruise director and other workers where they tell you what's going on. I really like that. I have nothing to complain about. The design of the ship was good. The only thing I can say is that the casino, I wish it was Art Deco because it's called Gatsby's, but that's not a big complaint. It doesn't matter. It's a casino. The design doesn't matter. And the room, I forgot about that for a second. That was the best room we've ever had. You've seen the tour of the room, and that was a really great room. That was the biggest room we've had. The thing is, Carnival is known for their oversized rooms, regular oversized staterooms, and this was bigger than that. And this was a regular stateroom. We did not pay extra for this stateroom. We did not pay anything. This was a standard stateroom. This is not even the biggest room, and this was a huge room. And another thing I like, it's a small little detail, but it really makes a big difference, is that on the TV they show you the Love Boat. If you don't know, the Love Boat was a show that started in the late 70s and went on into the 80s, and it was a really good show. I watch it all the time. It's basically it's a sitcom about a cruise ship and people falling in love on it. I just like the show, and they show this on the TV basically the whole day, and they have Love Boat activities like you saw the dance party, and I really appreciated that because on the show it was set on the one Princess cruise ship, the Pacific Princess. So I really enjoyed that. I really loved it. And another thing, the entertainment, I have to say, was really good. Despite other cruises having live television, live broadcasts, Princess Cruises doesn't, but they make up for that by showing you movies, like new movies. On the TV room, they had Beauty and the Beast, which we had already seen. They had The Boss Baby. They had the highly rated Emoji Movie. I'm just joking about that one. On the TV, they had, I'm trying to think, they had Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children on. They had La La Land on, and you know, a bunch of other movies. That was really cool. And on the outside, on the big screen, the movies, and the stars had some really good movies. They had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I saw, really enjoyed it. They had, I'm trying to think, they had The Dark Tower, which I didn't watch, even though I want to watch it, you know, Stephen King fan. They had Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. That was the last night, so I didn't get to see that one. They also had, I'm trying to think, oh yeah, and also on the TV inside they had Cars 3, which I watched a bit of. What other movies did they have? I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Oh, yes, in the morning they had The Princess Bride, which was a really cool thing, I thought. They had a lot of good movies, a lot of recent movies. And, you know, a lot of movies people want to see, and that's the thing, when you go on a cruise, the movies you're going to be expecting are movies that are either going to come out in a few weeks, or maybe like a month, or movies that have only been out on DVD for a few months. So that's a really nice thing. Basically, how you can determine the schedule of which movies you're going to see on the cruise ship just by looking for like the release dates and everything. So yeah, for example, like trying to think, just whatever, like Star Wars, the new Star Wars coming out in December. That should be on there in about, I'd say maybe May, June-ish, July. That time. That's when you'll be able to see Star Wars on the cruise ship. Any cruise ship, perhaps. That's how you can kind of predict it. That's how I'd say when it will be on there. And very satisfied with the movies. And just very satisfied with everything. You know, if I was to give this particular Princess Cruise ship, because I haven't been on every single Princess Cruise ship, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10 because it was a fantastic ship. You know, it got great service. You know, I met some cool new friends. I had a great time. Okay, I already talked about the main offenders, But the other entertainment was really good too. They had a pianist, they had a cello player, they had a violinist, they had steel drums, and it was all really nice. It was all very peaceful. They played a lot of good music. They played very, elegant stuff. I remember hearing the Entertainer, very great song. I'm trying to think. I remember My Way. I remember a lot of good stuff they played, and they played a lot of good stuff, and especially the pianist, and they all played good stuff though, and just it was good entertainment between the main offenders, pianist, and the rest of the band players, between the Love Boat discotheque party, between. You know what? I totally forgot about. I forgot about the shows they put on. They put on a really nice. They would not let us film that. I'm very sorry about that. So I can tell you all about it right now. They put on a '70s show for us. I forgot what it was. It was called "Blame It on the Boogie," and they played a lot of '70s music. They had a really nice part with "Staying Alive." They had a lot of Bee Gees music, and really nice. It was actually a pretty nice show. They had some high quality stuff going on there, and we've seen another '70s shows on Royal Caribbean, and to compare the two, it's interesting because the Royal Caribbean one had a lot of ABBA and this one had a lot of Bee Gees, so I can't really say. For now they're basically equal. They also had a blues and souls show. I forgot what. I think that was just what it was called. They played a lot of different stuff. I remember Stevie Wonder and other such things. And it was a good show too. Between the two shows, I can't really decide which one I like, and they were very good shows. They ran about 30 to 40 minutes, and they were all very enjoyable. And they had different shows every night, so those were very good. And the cruise, it just does a very good job of keeping you entertained. If you want to stay in your room and just watch movies, you can do that. If you want to go out, you can do that. And I just had a really, really fun time, and completely satisfied with Princess Cruise, and I really recommend you go on a Princess Cruise. I really recommend, if you've never been on a cruise before, just find a cruise to go on. You gotta go on a cruise. In my opinion, cruises are probably my favorite vacation. I always have a lot of fun, and oh yes, and I want to say thank you to Paul, our cruise director, for recommending Poncho's Backyard to us in Cozumel. It was really good food, and thank you for recommending that for us, because I remember he recommended that for us on the Wake Show. And they had a really nice library on the ship. That's another entertainment thing I actually forgot. It had a lot of different books. They had a lot of James Patterson. They had one Stephen King book, Doctor Sleep, the sequel to The Shining. They had a lot of other good stuff. They had some kids books. They had some romance novels. They had adventure novels. Anything you could ask for. It was really nice and a little place to sit down. It was peaceful. And they had a little box you could put in shout outs to the Wake Show so they could announce that, and I thought that was a really nice touch to do that. You could also answer his questions to the day, and I thought that was a really nice thing. It was really cool. And the shops on the ship, they're all duty free. They have a lot of nice stuff. And the thing I want to tell you is that these shops, they do not bug you to buy stuff. On the Carnival and Royal Caribbean, they constantly hassle you to buy the items from these shops. They don't do that here. And another thing with the little Wake Show recommendation box, I remember the one guy when he answered the question of the day, he put his name as Barry Gibb because he didn't want to be known. And so guys, I really recommend you go on a Princess Cruise. The Crown Princess was a fantastic ship. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all the other cruise videos we had. And I hope you guys are ready for more cruise videos in the future. And we still want to go on Norwegian. We still want to go on Disney. We still want to go on any other cruise line out there and any other cruises. Because we love cruises, and I hope you guys love cruises too. And if you haven't been on a cruise, I hope this inspires you to go on a cruise. And that's a wrap.